to Chit Chatterday. How was your week? We have had a great week here. I've just been rolling and spitting out the videos, playing with lots of makeup, and really just looking forward to this weekend. My daughter and my husband have it off because it's a Columbus Day weekend, so we have a long weekend. My anniversary is tomorrow. My daughter's birthday is on Monday. She turns 6. I can't believe I have a 6-year-old, truly. So we're just going to be kind of enjoying our family time here, have some cake, do a little party. They have a cool event going on in town where it's called Cruising the Coast, and they have all of the classic cars, so they're like driving around town, and so every time I'm out in the car, I'm like, Isaac, look at that car, because he's so into cars. Everywhere he goes, he has a car in his hand. Everywhere. He stuffs his pockets before we leave the house. Every single time. He's always trying to sneak cars. So anyways, yeah, that's what we're kind of doing this weekend. But today is all about the Lorac Mega Pro 3 palette. Before we jump into the Get Ready With Me, I wanted to do a little bit of side-by-side comparison. I feel like if you are into the colors of fall, this palette is for you. It has great everyday neutral shades in it, but it also has those deeper tones, and I really wanted to use these deeper tones today to kind of show you that you can create a cooler toned look almost. Like, yes, I have these mauves and burgundies in my crease, but I wanted to incorporate some of these deeper shades because I know when you look at it, like, the bulk of the palette is really warm, and for those of you that don't enjoy super warm shadows, there's still some cooler tones in this. And this is limited edition, so you know the spiel, you know the drill. If you want it, you're going to need to buy it. It's not going to be around next year. So yes, the packaging, as far as the packaging goes, it's the same size as the original Lorac Mega Pro. It is white. It's going to get filthy. It really is. I don't think there's a way to even prevent this from getting dirty, but it's meant to be used. So maybe just wash your hands before you put it away or whatever. The shadows do kick up the typical amount of dust. Tap your brush off while using them. Yeah, so I love the original one. Some of my favorite shades in the original palette were the orchids, the plums, the wisteria color. I feel like the original one has a little bit more variation of colors in it. Not that the new one doesn't have some color in it. It does, but this one has a little bit more of like some brighter, like the mulberry shade here, and you have some teals. And I love the lid shades originally. Like, this is my favorite row in the original palette, these beautiful lid shades like the apricot and stuff. So these two palettes pair well together. They pair well on their own. You can use them with other palettes. So yeah, here are the two originals. I will insert some, you know, up close pictures and footage of these two palettes just so you can get a little bit of a comparison there to go off of. But yeah, so we're gonna create this look. I love how it turned out. I went for like a navy kind of smoky look with a little bit of warmth in the crease, and I wanted to wear one of my favorite shirts, so it's this blue shirt that I absolutely love. I guess if we're doing a Get Ready With Me, we might as well break it down here. I have on, these are from Stella Dot. I don't remember exactly what they're called, but they're just like classic hoops that I like to wear. My nail polish is Butter London Toff. I kind of, if you can't always tell, I like to pair my makeup with my outfit and my nail polish. That's why I pick out my outfits and my nail polish before I film, because I like to be coordinated if I can. It doesn't always work out that way, especially when I film more than one video in a day, but that's just kind of how I like to do things. I'm not sure if I like this lip with it. I couldn't decide what to do, so I end up kind of cocktailing a little bit. I had picked out a brighter lip to wear with this, which you could wear a bright lip absolutely with this look, but I decided to do something a little bit more mauve-y. I'm kind of into that mauve thing right now. So yes, if you're new, welcome. I hope you stay and subscribe. We would love to have you here, and let's roll right on into the Get Ready With Me. Okay guys, I am starting off my face today with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Hydrating Primer. Ooh, did you see that little worm come out of there? That's gross. I like this little primer. It's just a little sample packet. I'm kind of debating between purchasing this one or the Too Faced Hangover RX. Sorry, I'm a little like scatterbrained. This is the first time I sat down today. I just put my son down. We got back from a very quick, he wanted it to be longer, but a quick walk because I need a little more. I have another sample packet here. It's hot and muggy out today, and I really didn't want to get all sweaty before I sat down and did my makeup, but he wanted to go outside. Dior Star Foundation is what I'm going to be using today, and I'm going to do one full pump Nah, two pumps. That might be a little bit too much, but I won't use it all if it is. And then I'm going to use a different foundation brush because my Sigma one's kind of dirty. This is the It Cosmetics OMG foundation brush. I forgot how much I love this foundation. It really is a beautiful finish. Very skin-like. I'd say medium coverage. I think you could build this up if you wanted to. So the Melt Cosmetics Gunmetal Stack, it released, what was that, last week, and I hemmed and hawed about it for a few hours, and it's sold out. I was thinking about purchasing it because I have the Love Stick stack, and I really enjoy that. And the colors in the Gunmetal, for some reason, even though it's probably not a palette I would wear, or like a compact I would wear all the time, the colors in it are screaming to me. So let me know down below if that interests you, if you want me to do like a demo review, basically a demo, get ready with me, and my thoughts on it. And I will buy it because it releases on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday at 12 Pacific. So if that interests you, let me know down below and I will purchase it and do a review for you guys. I use it all. It's kind of like food. If you set it in front of me, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer today. This is the shade Neutralizer, so it has a little bit of a yellow undertone here. And that will cancel out any sort of darkness I have going on, which I don't usually have a whole lot of darkness underneath my eyes. This concealer has really good coverage. I haven't tried a ton of drugstore concealers. I've tried the NYX. I've tried this one. What else have I tried? I don't know. But this one is really good at the drugstore. I'm going to dab a little bit. I usually like to highlight this area for some reason. It gives me a little bit more coverage right here. Because my skin's kind of blotchy and I have like pores and stuff there. And because my forehead's so high and I wear bangs, I like to like bring this part forward for some reason. I don't know. I just think it looks a little bit better. So you guys know the drill. I've been using pretty consistently the same products just because it's been what I've been enjoying. I'm going to be setting my under eyes here with the By Terry Hydra Powder. I feel like when you find something good, it's like I want to use my old stuff up, but this is just such a great powder that I've just been really enjoying it. So I'm going to set my under eyes with this, and I just do basically, I don't even grab into the actual product. I use what's in the lid because I don't want too much in my under eyes. I feel like if you put too much, that's when things go crazy and you can look really dry under there, and I'm not into that. So I took what was in the cap, put it on my brush, swirl tap buff. Basically the original Bare Minerals loose foundation, or their mineral foundation, that was their like swirl tap buff. At least on QVC I watched religiously, and that's what they spit it out, Chelsea. That's what they said, how to apply their foundation. Oh my gosh. I say it every time, but it blurs your pores, sets your makeup. It's just a beautiful, beautiful product. And then I always take a little bit more and set wherever else I put my concealer. I'm going to do a tiny bit of contouring, just a little bit. This is the Tarte Sculptor. It's like a little mini size of their, I guess, Sculptor. It's not, I don't think it's the best color for contouring because, see, it's kind of warm. I was just about to say, if you go light-handed with it, as I draw into my face, it seems to work okay. But now we need to blend this out because that was a bit much. So I think I'm just going to take a little bit up here too. It's almost darn near the color of a bronzer. So I don't know what they were thinking there, but we'll blend it out. It does create a nice, more natural looking shadow. So you can see as I blend it out here, it just, like when I look straight on, you can see there's just a little bit of a shadow. It's not anything too harsh. It's definitely not too gray, which I've noticed with other like contour powders. But it's just kind of like a more natural looking, you know, maybe on camera this is not enough, but in real life it's enough, you know. I feel like that's another tricky part about having a channel or Instagram or Pinterest pictures or anything like that. Like, what looks good in real life, like, if you were sitting here, is different than what looks good on YouTube, you know? Like, between the camera and the lights and all this, it's like, it blurs a little bit, and it, like, tones it down, and I mean, that eye look may be awesome, like, when you're watching it, but are you gonna wear that on the daily? I mean, or, like, I just feel like if you put too much makeup on, I mean, I can't leave the house after filming a video, because it's just like, whoa, you have way too much on. And I mean, everyone does their own thing, everyone has a preference, but I feel like less is more, but at times, I don't know, those are my quick little thoughts on YouTube and makeup, one of many. Alright, now I'm going to bronze my face up with the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel. It is a creamy, green to powder kind of bronzer. I just really need to use this up, and it looks very natural. Now, this is a product that I feel looks very natural on the skin, especially if you have very fair skin. I mean, when you look at this, you're like, oh, that looks kind of warm. And it does, but it doesn't translate that way. It really blends in and just looks very natural. And I think it's because of the formulation. It's not a powder, so it's not going to look powdery. It's not really cream because it dries down to like a satin, almost not satin even, like velvety finish. So it really just goes into your skin nicely. So if you don't like powder bronzers, or if you struggle with warming your face up, try this product. And I like to apply it with the e.l.f. small stipple brush, which is only $30. It's just my favorite. I mean, I've tried other ones, and the reason I like this one is because it's small, it's just really small and round. Some of the other dual fiber brushes I've had in the past are just like that big, and it's like the brushes aren't dense enough, and you're just not even able to manipulate the product in your face, which to me, what's the point? I mean, I might as well use my fingers at that point. Alright, I'm going to do my brows. I use a combination of the same thing every time. I like the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Medium Brown to kind of like sculpt out and give my brows some shape. And then I like to fill them in and warm them up, because this color, basically the medium brown, really matches my natural shade, which is kind of ashy. But when I have my hair down, there's a lot more warmth to it, so I like to warm my brows up a little bit with the shade Chocolate in the Brow Definer, because it's like it's thicker. It's just easier and quicker to fill in my brows with the color in this definer versus the Wiz, which it just takes a little bit longer. I mean, you could just do whatever, but when you have sparse brows, I feel like having two different shades is crucial, because one really just sculpts out without being obvious, and one warms up without then being obvious because you've put the two together. And then I'm going to throw in a little bit of brow gel, and we're going to come back, and we're going to start with the palette. And I'm super excited. You're supposed to be napping. I'm super excited today to use this. It's my second time using it, but I would like to deviate a little bit from this warm section and try to pull out a cooler look using this. So say your quick hi, and then you're gonna go back and take a nap. Hi. He's all sweaty from riding his bike to the playground, so I'll be right back. Priming my eyes with the Bare Minerals 5-in-1 BB Advanced Performance Cream Eyeshadow in the shade Soft Linen. This dries really fast. I just made the mistake of putting it on my eyes, blending one side out, but I had applied it to both eyes, and now I'm trying to blend out this other side, and it's like not happening. So this dries so fast, you have to do one eye at a time. You have to, or you're going to end up with this crusty situation I got here. Here she is in all of her glory. I'm going to start off with this shade in the upper left-hand corner called Pink Cream. It is a matte shade. It is the less warm of all of the matte cream shades in this palette. And I'm going to take a Sigma Fluffy E50 brush, because it's much easier to throw this everywhere. Now, Lorac shadows, you know the drill. Put your brush in there. See all that? Tap it off. Or that will end up down here where you don't want it. Yeah, setting that BB shadow, that cream shadow, with this color just helped so much. There was so much patchiness going on in here, I was like freaking out. I am going to take a Wayne Goss number 3 brush, which is one of the larger fluffy brushes, and this dusty mauve, this matte mauve shade. and that is going to go all in my crease. Dig into the violet gray shade, which is the next shade over, just a same color family, just a hair darker, and I'm going to take the Chikihoro GSN 10 brush, and I just want to start to add a little bit of depth in here, start to create a nice little gradient of color. Now I'm going to take a Wayne Goss number 4 brush and the eggplant shade, which is that matte, eggplant color that has been calling my name since I opened this palette. Now I'm going to take a Wayne Goss number 6 brush, just like a flat brush here, and I'm going to dip into this dark navy shade. It's another matte color. Pretty much I've only used mattes thus far, so if you like matte shadows, there you go. But we're going to add in some glitz here in a little bit. And I am going to tap this dark navy shade out here. I'm going to blend it up into the crease a little bit. But I want most of the color on my outer third of my lid. I apologize for not being overly chatty during this portion, but if I want my eye look to turn out, I just can't talk. That is one multitasking area that I cannot talk and do this well at the same time. What I like about this brush specifically is that you can lay it flat like this to apply your color to your lid, and then you can turn it like up and down like that to blend. Now I'm taking the brush I used for the eggplant shade number 4, and I have a little bit of eyeshadow, that eggplant shade on my brush, and I'm just kind of running it through my crease here, blending the two colors together. And then I just cleaned off the number 3 that I had used first for the dusty mauve shade. And I'm just going back and forth here, blending. Alright, we need to get some shimmer up in here. So, I'm going to actually start with this deep fog shade, and then I'm going to progress to the glacier shade, and then I actually might throw in a little bit of the snow shade, because I want to do dark to light. So, we're going to start with the deep fog, which is like a slate color. And I'm going to grab a dirty brush, clean it off. I need to just spend some time. I've just basically been filming all week, so I haven't taken the time to clean my brushes because it's a little bit of an undertaking to do that. So this is a Real Technique shading brush, and I'm going to dip into the deep fog, tap it off onto my carpet. Don't do that. That's not a good idea. And put that right here. And use the glacier shade, which is right next to that deep fog shade. It's going to be a little bit more icy, like a silvery blue color. Then I'm going to take that snow color. It's basically an icy white. Then I like to just kind of like sit back, look at everything, pick up a mirror if you need to kind of see where your colors are, if you like everything. I'm going to come back to my lower lash line in a bit, but in the meantime we're going to move on to eyeliner. I'm going to take a black eyeliner. This is a Clinique High Impact Custom Black Kajal eyeliner. Really small point on this, and I'm going to do my upper waterline. Really gives the appearance of fuller lashes. And since this is kind of a deeper smoky look, you definitely don't want to skip eyeliner. And I'm also going to do my lower waterline. You could totally skip eyeliner if you wanted and like do a smoky shadow liner or just put on false lashes. I'm going to do false lashes and a little baby wing. I don't like a full-on wing because I don't think it looks quite right on me, but I like to do my little flick. So this Kat Von D Trooper eyeliner. I'm going to put a little mascara on, even though I'm going to go in with false lashes. Lashes on. Now I'm going to start working that lower lash line a little bit, and I'm pretty much going to use the colors I used up top, down below, starting with this dusty mauve shade. And my Chikuhodo Z-10 brush, which is what I always use for underneath my lower lash line here. Then right along the lower lash line, I want to deepen that up a bit. I'm going to dip into Eggplant, the dark burgundy shade. And this is a MAC, what is this, 212 brush to really wiggle it in at my lash line here. I'm actually surprised because I don't even have fallout on my face, which is pretty much never happens with Lorac shadow. So anyways, that's a plus. I'm going to use the Tarte Blushing Bride blush today. I want something very plummy. And this is so pigmented that I kind of just dab a little and go back and forth between each cheek. And then for my highlighter, I'm going to use the Laura Geller Baked Highlighter in the shade Portofino. Elsa, have you been up here? All my brushes have kitty hair on them. It's a pretty highlighter. I think this is only like the first or second time I've used it. Gives a nice little glow to the skin. Let my hair down here a bit. I'm not exactly sure. I think this look would look great with like a nudie, mauvey nude color. Originally I was planning on doing a bolder lip though, so well, before we do my lip, let's spray my face here. I'm going to do the Skin Dew by Pharmacy. And that came out a lot faster than I remember. We are going to be very dewy. I'm going to take MAC Whirl lip pencil. And this is Bite Beauty Saki. Is this it? Is this going to do it? I don't know. I think it works, but I think it's too purple. What do you think? I think it's too purple. This is Bite's Chai. And I just put that over Saki, and it toned it down a little bit, and I think that's the winner. So here's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think this palette is definitely a winner. If these are colors that you feel you will use, I was able to pull a little bit cooler of tones out of this palette just by using you know, the deeper tones over here, I mean, absolutely, you can get a warm fall look out of this too. Neutrals, everyday types of colors. There's even this fun pomegranate color that could really change things up. A little brightness, that would be really pretty all over the lid or smudged it underneath. But yeah, I kind of wanted to do a little bit something that deviates from what the palette is screaming, which is fall. I think this is totally a fall appropriate look, but I love navies and burgundies, so I knew I wanted to play with those colors. So welcome to any of you guys that are new. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you enjoyed yourself, please hit that like button and share it with all of your friends. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or rest of your weekend, whatever day that you are watching this. I will have a bonus video up for you guys early in the week, either Monday or Tuesday, so stay tuned for that because it's all, you don't want to miss it. And yeah, we'll see you then.